Never got put on a grind for a stack, did that on my own. I took 2 packs in a loan, that's 2 tabs open like Google Chrome. Ever see feds in the left, no penalty, man had to stay composed.
That looked mad as well.
I know, that's why I had to stop.
And just like that, we're back. MTTE, More to the Ends podcast. Myself, Big Cam. And I'm not by myself in the building. Who else we got in the building?
Come on, man. This is your boy, Eman JR in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Hashtag scraps. Normal.
Boom.
Right. Before we start, please subscribe. Click on the notification bell. I mean, drop a comment. That helps the channel grow. And if you help the channel grow, get better guests, get better content, etc., etc. But yeah, only if you like the content though. If you don't like the content, then cool, just click off on that. But if you're loving the content,
If you don't like the content, cut off.
Rage. But yeah, man, back again, another pod, another day. Grateful to be in the studio. Sometimes I forget to say that, but I have to say that because that's per usual. Bare mad things going on around the globe. So yeah, man's grateful to have vision, breath, you know what I mean, and time to even be here and chat to the people and that. What are you telling me,
Facts, man? No, same, bro. Literally, man. Grateful, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, man, there's too much bad vibes around at the moment.
But we gonna get in there.
Yeah, man. God willing, keep staying away from
Yeah,
me,
Bad Energy, Stay Far Away. One of the best tunes ever as well, actually. Let's start with some positive stuff, yeah. So, the other day I went to kickball. Shout out Wills. Not Wills from Endz, but Wills from secondary school, Stockwell Park and that. Shout out the gang. I saw him while I was kicking ball. He's telling me about how he's a father and that. Telling me about how rewarding it is and stuff like that. And do you know what our conversation turned to? Started talking about raising kids in Endz. And how when you grow up in Endz, the hood, wherever you're from, you normalize bare things and you think bare things are normal. Like someone getting stabbed and killed every other week is normal. Like none of that shit is normal, bruv. To the point where now you're having children, you're at that age and you start going, this might not be the place that I want to raise my kids. What do you think about that whole perspective?
No, I hear it, man. I hear it still. Before I used to be in the mindset of, I want my child to grow up in the same environment that I grew up in, character building, but fuck all of that, man. Fuck all of that.
Man said, yeah, like you might get poked or run upon or rushed every other day, but yeah, character building, man, like it's calm, like it's nice to be.
No, not that far.
No, but that's what man are saying. Is character building, like.
But literally, man, the Endz is just, like I was saying earlier, man, the Endz is just a trap, man. It's just a trap, fam.
Bro, alright, so even like living next to nitties and that, yeah, like it's something that you can only laugh because they say if you don't laugh, you'll cry, innit?
Literally.
But when you actually have done that or you do that, there's something about waking up one day and the guy or the girl is just chatting shit, or they open their door and it fucking stinks.
Or you just walk out your block and there's just bare mess.
Or there's a whole fire, like the bin's on fire, the block's on fire, like
don't let me start. The lift's on fire.
The lift's on
Don't
fire.
let me start, bro.
And at some point you start going, okay, playing downstairs in the cage, yeah, that's sick. Knocking for my friends and all that, the nostalgia, yeah.
Knock down ginger.
Yeah, knock down ginger, the corner shop, run out, 66, all of that. That's sick, man. I love that. That's how man grew. But I can't lie. When I stayed in Kent for the weekend and I didn't hear no Fed cars, no sirens, that was so peaceful. Stayed in Manny. Obviously, there's parts of Manny that's, live and that, but where I was staying is nice and calm. And it's just, all I'm saying anyway, just to round up what I'm saying is, there's something about going to sleep in a place and knowing that you're virtually safe and waking up and not hearing and oi, get down and all of that, like, bro, like
sound like the episode of the Bill. Fam.
Yeah, like the Bills all flipping EastEnders and that, like, bro. Anyway, it's just something that was in my brain and it got sparked by my brethren, innit? So shout out Wills anyway. I don't even know if he'll ever see this, but who knows? Do I get into this straight away or?
Do I choose peace? Do I choose violence?
I choose violence. Let's do this. Let's start like this, innit?
I got a few things to get off my chest.
So first of all, yeah, I class myself as one of the people that say they're the oracle. A lot of people say this stuff, yeah. I make a lot of predictions. The man them know, my family knows behind the scenes. And E-man, am I gassing by saying that a lot of them have come to fruition?
A few.
Alright, what would you say the ratio is? Like, if you're doing 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, whatever.
Now, do you know what it is? Sometimes you have your moments where you're just on a roll, like you're just. And sometimes you can just be off.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm allowed 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah,
but 6, 7 times out of 10.
I give you a credit still,
bruv. I know what I'm on in it, but I say that because.
That's a Raven and that still.
Bruv, alright, cool. So shout out That's a Raven still. The old one, not the new one. The new one is trash. But anyway, I've envisioned this thing, yeah, where I knew that as the pod will grow and as more people will start to like hear my real thoughts and my real views, and maybe some of the mandems as well, I can see myself getting called a coon and a sellout and Uncle Tom and whatever, a bounty, bruv. I don't even know. I don't know if I put it in the chat. Someone commented on one of our videos. I think it was talking about Just Up Oil, and I was talking about how whenever I watch TV or the news and I see Just Up Oil, very rarely, I don't think I've ever seen any black person mixed race at a push. Usually posh, and I can tell they're posh by their accent. Yeah, someone commented and said, "Rah, you're saying all of this stuff, but you're a posh black youth." And I laughed at myself. I thought, rah, I don't know if I'm just articulating myself so well
That's just a posh black
that you think I'm a posh black youth, or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's just because that person's prejudice didn't believe that I could speak, or I don't know. Am I a posh black youth? Like maybe I know you know something I don't know. Like,
boy, I would have just said thank you, fam. Thank you,
bro.
Thank you. That's what you think.
I said
thank you.
How? And needless to say, he didn't reply. And that is when you know when someone's full of shit, because all that person's done is judge man off a 1 minute clip. They didn't like think to just go and check a couple other videos or other clips or nothing. They didn't think, rah, why is there a podcast called More to the Endz if they're posh black youths?
Bro,
why have they got Little Torment, Judge Souls, Big Lou, and other guests to come on their podcast if they're posh black youths? Not to say that those people couldn't be with a posh black youth, but what I'm saying is those people are from where man's from. So it actually made me laugh when someone tried to comment that.
I don't. At this point, you just have to feel like they're just a troll, man, and just not give it any time, man.
All right,
literally, man.
So with that being said, back to what I said about man are gonna call me coons and bounties and whatever because I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say it because I said it a few pods ago. I've come to a point where I'm really looking at black people as a collective worldwide, and I'm going, raw. Do you know how embarrassing it is, and how embarrassing I would be thinking as another race? If I was an Asian person, a white person, whatever, any other race apart from black, and I'm looking at the stuff that we seemingly, in quotation marks, care about, I'm looking at us like, bro, so that's what you got out of bed to go and protest and to go and support. Not the crazy other situations there or the 10 situations that's been going on for years. This is what you said, you know what, I'm not going into work today for. And when I'm talking about that, obviously I'm more referring to the Peckham thing. Now, I'm going to pause you there. And before I even get into that, right, Bengo looks at me like, oh shit, he done threw a grenade, goddammit. Before I go into that, I'm a wheel back and go back to the lady that got bricked, allegedly, yeah? You remember that story? You spoke about it last pod. So we can now confirm that it's come out that it's highly likely she injected something in her face. She wore a bally. You didn't even know this, did you?
She injected something.
She injected something in her face. I think it's called saline or something like that. I'm not sure. But she injected something in her face that would mimic an allergic reaction. And she wore a bally so that when she come out of wherever she was, whether it be a house party or whatever, she can take off the bally and then say, "Rah, these man bricked me." Anyway, fast forward, does a GoFundMe, raises 40 bags, and she was lying. No one can't find no social media pages for her no more. No one can't find nothing for her. They apparently people tried to check the I think it was down south. I think they in America, obviously Texas or something like that. I think, yeah. But they tried to find police reports of obviously her filing a police report because if you got bricked or attacked as a lady, why wouldn't you do that? There was nothing. Now let's jump forward to this Peckham Hair Shop situation. We're going to start off by saying shout out to the people that genuinely felt that they need to make their presence felt in regards to protecting black women, first off. Second off, I want to say shout out to anyone else that felt like they wanted to basically second them opinions and speak online about that, yeah. But I'm going to go from the perspective of this, yeah. As black people, are we not allowed to say when one of us have done something wrong? Or when we could have handled the situation better? I'm going to ask you, E-Man, and Benga, if you want, you can chime in. Like, as black people, are we allowed to say, Raj, you know what? You was actually probably wrong for that. Or, you know, that could have been avoided if you just did... Are we allowed to say this? I'm just asking, because I don't know.
Well,
as a coon and whatever else I'm going to get called. I'm just asking.
I feel like if you say anything that's not backing black people, especially, I don't even want to go there, but especially black women, as if you're a black man, it's like you automatically have to back a black woman, right or wrong, and to me that don't make sense. Like,
so you're saying that
you should be able to say you're in the wrong. Like,
so so what you're saying is, even when there's a scenario where someone's being mad reckless and could bring more harm into themselves, we're still slyly not even allowed to say, Raj, you know, you should probably not do them things, you know.
Bro, in today's world, it seems like you can't do that.
Well, guess what I'm gonna do it. Listen, I've watched the footage, yeah, and I'm just being real. I'm just saying what I've seen, innit? I'm not saying that lady deserved to get choked. I don't believe in that shit. I'm a big guy myself. If I was doing security, I wouldn't have done that shit. Me personally, also, bruv, what was it? £50? £100 at a push? Is that really something to be escalating that level of violence with a lady, regardless of if she's trying to teeth and that? For me, no. However, I don't own a business. It's not my shop. So I want to ask the people, black or white or whoever, if it was your shop, you refused to refund someone or offer them an exchange, that person allegedly, and I'm going by what I've seen in the footage, I'm not going by certain people's statements because I haven't seen her statement, if she has made one by this point. It's a few days after and I haven't heard nothing yet. If that shopkeeper has offered her a refund, she said, no, I want this hair or whatever. And he's like, bruv, that's not even the equivalent. You can't just take up random bits of weave or whatever and say, this is what I'm having and bop out my shop. What exactly...
Is that what...
From what I saw, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, from what I saw in the footage, she came in the shop, she asked him for a refund, assertively, not angrily, assertively. She was like, no, I want a refund. That's what I saw, pointing, saying, I want that. He said no for whatever reason. She tried to leave the shop. This is the next clip I've seen. She's tried to leave the shop. She's picked up some hair things or whatever. As I said, it looked like weave or whatever. And she tried to bop out the shop. Now, from what I can use of my context clues, she didn't come in the shop with them things. So how are you trying to leave with them things? Do you get what I'm saying? Or am I bugging?
No, I hear you.
If you came for a refund, like I said, I don't know what she was even refunding. It could have been £20, £30, yeah. If my man said, rah, you can't have a refund, but you can get another version, or you can get items to the equivalent of, Is that a problem? What do you think?
Bro, if there's no refunds, then bro, that's the shop's policy. There's no refunds.
Thank you. Because bro, honestly, yeah, I just want to know.
But at the same time, I still need more context in the story. Like,
hopefully by the time this pod is out, we have more context. And if we do and everything checks out and literally he raised his hands to her, well, as I said, I'm not gonna lie, I still don't even really agree with what he done anyway. My
whole thing is there was no need for the protests. That whole
this ties back into what I'm saying when I'm saying, of all the things that a lot of people have decided, and again, I want to specifically say shout out to Raspect, because I don't just see him at this protest. I've seen him at bare different things, very important things.
Like you know, like that situation where the black girl in Kent got beat up by the white girl. That's something to protest about,
right? Do you get what I'm saying? And there's been other bits as well.
You get it, fam? Because those people are clearly in the wrong. This one. You don't even know the full context of the story, and guys are out there protesting. It's just.
Look, this is because on a real, yeah, and this is why I feel so passionate about this. And as I keep reiterating, I don't think the people that went to protest are dumb or nothing. I respect that most of you went out on the vibe of, we must let these people know we protect black women, and you can't just drag up black women like that. I ain't got no problem with that.
Facts.
But I do wonder, when we have our energy, and as I said, it's kind of mad. It's usually the racist people behind the fake accounts that comment this, but it doesn't mean it's not true. Where is our energy for our own people on a normal one, bro? Like, between today and the time I've seen this footage, I'm pretty sure at least 2 to 5 youths have died on the roads from bare bullshit, yeah? And I'm guarantee you that I'm not going to see no protests in that. Now before, because I know, as I said, I'm already preempting, I know there's someone that's going to watch this that's going to say, so what do you do? And when did you protest? Me personally, I don't really believe in certain things. I believe in policy change, and I also believe in change yourself before you try to change the world. If everyone tried to change themselves first, then we'd have a better place. Because I don't have to worry about what you're doing and what you're doing. I just focus on what I'm doing. That's just my personal preference. Charity starts at home. That's just what I believe in it. But where is this energy for other matters, bro? I don't understand. Like, is this really the thing that we all got up and said, we need to do something about this, compared to all of the mad things that's happened, bro? And I've got to say this, yeah. Yes, I'm ranting. I'm letting bro, it's my podcast. Like Ghost said, shout out Ghost. I say what I want. This is man's pod. I do what I'm doing. I gotta ask, yeah.
Say what I wanna say, do what I wanna do.
Why?
I wanna stop you, fly high like a levitate.
Why are people talking about this is why we need black hair shops owned by black people, and we should stop going to the Asian people and the bruv, allow it, bro, because most Asian people ain't like that. Yeah, let's just not to start creating race wars and division even more in the UK. It's not the truth. Furthermore, most of you, when there is a black hair shop or whatever that's owned by a black person, you're still not going to go there out of convenience. You're going down the road to the Asian man because it's more convenient. Let's just be real, bro. Bro, can we, like, on a level, can we just be real?
Bro. And even that, I've seen bare stories of people finessing black-owned hairdressers and things like that, fam. So,
bruv, why are people trying to pretend that when a black person starts a black business, it's just always supported, regardless of even the products even up to that level yet, and blah, bro? Brother, I beg you bust me 50%. What, you can't do 2 for 1? Brother, I swear to you. If anything, tip me that, and I'll give you the money next week. But if it's any other person, any other race, any other business, I bet you any money they've got that money same day, right now, right then and there. Brother, me personally, as I said, I know I'm going to get a call, the coon, a bounty, and all the rest, Uncle Tom, I don't give a shit, yeah. Me personally, I see a lot of things that us as black people do, and I think it's so dumb, and I think if I wasn't black and I was looking at us doing the things that we do, I'd just be laughing, thinking, bro, look at them lot. Like, imagine, guys, look at that. Look what they've gone down there for. Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? Like, that's what I'd be thinking, bro. And breathe.
Take a breathe.
Take a breath. Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought it, man?
Who'd have thought? I don't know. What's the man's thoughts? I've been going for a minute. Has the man got any perspective on it? As you said you need more context in that, but even if not about the specific situation, which I've said my disclaimers for, what's your feelings and thoughts about certain things? Because, like, even as black youths, bro, like...
No, I think the point about, like, not being able to correct ourselves, I think that does more harm for us than good. Do you know what I mean? We, like, gender aside, innit? I feel like we just allow black people to be wrong. Do you know what I'm saying?
Wrong and strong.
Yeah, and it's like...
All day long.
Because it's like, I don't know what it is, it's like, oh...
And then we're gone. Sorry, go on.
We don't want to be seen like arguing in front of the general public.
These times we're the ones that do it the most.
It's like we need to be able to correct each other in love. Maybe it's because we don't know how to do that, innit?
We need to be able to correct each other in love. Well said, Bengo. Well said.
We're too emotional as well, man.
Tell him.
To be like, even if we wanted to do that, okay, let's say if I corrected you for doing something wrong, like no, I don't. But why are you on me for that? When like you get it from that?
I'm gonna say something, and I know it's gonna sound unpopular, but again, I'm gonna say it. Do you know why I never subscribed to BLM movement? The sentiment, yes, not the actual political movement. Go check the website. Do you know why? I don't believe that we as a collective believe that our lives matter. We can't. Bruv, do you know what's crazy, yeah? I'm saying what bare people are thinking right now. They're looking at me going, and then they're going, it's kind of right, though. Like, bro, I care a lot about this shit. So I'm willing to just say how I think and what I feel and what I know a lot of people also believe, yeah? But it's actually sad because, as you said, you could be trying to correct someone out of love. And they're looking at you like, raw, like, how could you say that to me? It's like, bro, like, I'm genuinely trying to help you here. And if I don't say it to you, who do you want to say it to then? That's the other part that I don't understand. I got another bar as well. I'm waiting for you lot to just... Let
me hear that bar.
All right, cool. Question, yeah? Do you notice, yeah? You see how I'm here today on my podcast, my platform, which I've created with me and my friends and my family, yeah? Mm-hmm. Do you notice how... The fact that I am calling out a lot of our stupidity and hypocrisies, yeah? When you call out the bad things that black people do, that's when you get called a coon, you know? If I'm... hear me out. If I'm online saying, raw, it's sick to have baby mums and whatever, and yes, I know every race has these problems, but let's be real, baby mum, all of these terms, it's not really like the other people's terms, innit? Let's just be real, bro, for a minute. Like, if I call out these things, it could be doing road, yeah? It could be fraud, yeah? Whatever it is, if I call out these things and I say, raw, we as black people need to stop doing these things, man are going to look at me like, raw, look at this youth, bro, some bounty fam. Why is he trying to talk about black people and what black people do? Why don't you talk about what white and Asian and... Bro.
But we do all the time.
Of course, but this is what I'm trying to say. Why is it that when you call out the dumb, negative black things that we do, i.e. someone comes out of pen, we celebrate the fact that they come out of pen, my brethren's getting graduated, no one's there. Like, I don't understand, like, why when you call out these things and these inconsistencies, man is looking at you like, rah, you're Uncle Tom, you're a coon, why are you speaking up on these things? Even to the point, if we're talking about assault, yeah, SA, yeah, in the homes and stuff, let's be real. For all of us, African and Caribbean, doesn't matter, the generations before us was not trying to chat about that. And if you chat about it, they're looking at you like, rah, like, you must be some sort of demon or you're possessed if you're talking about them. Bro, this is real life. This really happens to people. Do you get what I'm saying? So why, when you call out all of these bad negative things, why does that person get called a coon and an Uncle Tom? Explain that to me, you lot.
how I don't even know. I don't know how to explain it. Literally.
If we started trapping today and we made $500,000, we would be rated on Endz like that.
It's where our priorities are. I don't think. Yeah, it's kind of.
There's no words to actually explain it.
It's funny that you point that out, and I think you're onto something there for real. Because like the bad things that we do, we call it out, and then all of a sudden it's like you're on the other race's side.
Yeah,
and I think that's so interesting. I think the reason why they do that is because they make it feel like you're putting down black people.
yeah, but that's you see what you said, putting down black people or bashing black people or bashing black women or bashing black bro. If you're doing something wrong, why can I not say you're fucking up? I don't understand. How does this make me a coon?
It's like we're saying it to better you, but you're just taking it as if we're just trying to get you down, fam.
But even if I am trying to kind of berate you a little bit to light a fire under your ass, brother, step away like you said, and you hit the nail on the head. We as black people are too emotional, bruv. We're so emotional. Before I've even digested what you've said to me, you effing black, look at your gap tooth. How can you come in here? What, you don't even have a business. How can you come in here and tell me what to do? Well, I've kind of stayed out of prison my entire life. I kind of have a clean record and a decent job, and I'm kind of doing my thing in life. Like, I've had a long-term relationship. I've got my brothers. I've kind of maneuvered out of this without doing no gang shit, no bear man from different ends, and I'm still cool. So maybe, just maybe, I might be able to have an opinion on certain shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and I'm black too, if you can't see, because you might be listening to.
But then it's almost as if you're not allowed to have an opinion on black people, even though you are black.
Again, you have to. You see me, yeah? I told you, look, today I got energy, bruv. I just wanted to speak my truth and say what I'm thinking. Shall I express truth? The pod from Birmingham, yeah? You see me, I can't help. I've always been this way, and I said it on my pod with Brandon, Mr. So Far Gone. I'm the guy in the family that looks at what other parents or other cousins or brothers or whoever was doing and going, yeah, but that wasn't really cool though, was it? Like, everyone else is just gonna act like it was a normal, and I'm just gonna be like, but that wasn't really though, was it? Like, it's not really a good look, is it? Like, you wouldn't want to live like that, would you? And I'm cool with that. If that makes me the weirdo, do you know what I mean? If that makes me the neek or the nerd or the odd one out, I don't know, bro, but I just feel like I need to say these things, fam. And hopefully, in the future, when I'm on my journey doing whatever I'm doing and I'm gone or whatever, my kids see this and that, they'll look and be
hopefully
like,
everyone takes it in the right way as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
that's unlikely.
You're right.
It is unlikely, but
why is it unlikely? Is it because our audience is predominantly black? And as we said already, that they're very emotional. We as black people are very emotional. Is that why they're going to take it that way? Because, you know, something I always think about, yeah? You see, as a guy, doesn't matter about race. When you do sports, you learn about life and you understand, you're not good enough. Or you're not strong enough, or you're not fast enough, or whatever it is. And I feel like a lot of people nowadays are going through life just not being told the real. Like, that job what you're in...
Just to play devil's advocate.
Go on.
I feel like the reason why people see things the way they see things is like we've been told a lot of like how we've been held back for a long time, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people feel like, at least let's not do more of that to ourselves. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We've been the victims for so long. If there's anything wrong with us, it's not our fault. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but I feel like that's something that we as a community have held on to. And
I'd let you...
You're saying trauma.
Right, see, and you see that we're going to get into that the next episode, because I
was avoiding saying the trauma.
Yeah, I genuinely wrote this down for the next pod. We're not even going to get into that today. But what I'll say about what you just said is this, yeah? You have to ask yourself, you see me, I'm always a guy, and I've said this before from the first episodes, I don't do victim mentality, bro. I don't do it. Everything that's good in my life, I did that shit. everything that's shit in my life, I did that shit. Do you know why I adopt this mentality? Because it gives me the power and the control to do whatever I want in my life. I don't wake up and say, Raj, you know what? Because man's from South Lambeth and that, man's probably not gonna blow and ever own no businesses or own no property, you know.
That's just feeling sorry for yourself, man.
Bruv, where do we as a people get, if, as Benga said, we always just say, this has happened and that's happened and this is... How about, what are you doing today? Bruv, everything is in your control, bro. Everything is in your control. If you had a job appointment tomorrow and you know it's 8 a.m. and you get there at 15:15 and you don't get the interview and say, that man probably wasn't even trying to hire me because I'm black and that. Brother, you got there late. What are you talking about? But your brethren are going to enable you.
If you're thinking that you did not deserve the job, then...
But you know that there's bare people that think that way. And I think, as I said, call me what you want. I think if you are on the victim mentality and you want to harp on what's happened to you back in the days and that, that's fine. Everyone's had shit happen to them. And as I said before, if you can see, you can smell, you can speak, you can walk, bro, your life compared to a lot of other people, you got a roof over your head, you got clothes, bruv, what you really here talking about? The way people talk these days is come like they went through slavery, you know. And then a man's gonna tell me, yeah, but the generational trauma.
Yeah, but you're different. So why don't you make a difference?
But when them slaves were out in the fields running away, they did not have Google Maps. They had cane rolls, bro. That's what they had to lead them and do whatever they was doing, bro. They didn't have Google Maps. I can literally say, and I'm not gonna do it, but I could literally ask Siri to fucking map me back to bloody Clark Wales or something. That's the times we're living in. So for me, we've got so many things to aid us to do well in life. I'm not gonna lie, I don't subscribe to this victim mentality. Maybe you lot can do that. I'm not on that. And as I said, if that makes me weird and a nerd and all of that, so be it, bro. I don't mind. What are you not telling me? I know I've been ranting today, but this is on my chest.
No, it needed to be said, man.
I had to say what I
needed
gotta
to be
say.
said, fam. Because some people just need that wake up call, man. And hopefully, at least if it doesn't reach, at least if it reaches one person, you done the job. You get it?
Job done, bro.
No, the victim mentality thing is crazy because how can you not be the main agent in your life? Do you know what I mean? Like why would you absolve yourself of that responsibility? Because if there's one, I heard something like some lady was speaking to, it's in a book here, she was speaking to a psychiatrist, and then she said to him like, oh, if there's something wrong, if my life is shit, yeah, I hope it's my fault. And then he basically said, oh, like, why do you think it's your life? Because if it is, then that means I can fix it. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. A lot of, all right, just to round up what I'm saying, yeah, because as I said, there's always a method to my madness. A lot of what I'm saying and why I'm thinking the way I'm thinking, and in fact, why I've thought the way I've thought for a very long time, is because I feel like I'm evidence of it, bro. Like, and I asked Ghost about this the other day, like, raw, like, how come, like, I've managed to navigate whatever in my life to this point, and I'm here, and I'm cool. I'm not fucking well off or nothing, but I'm okay. And a lot of man didn't. And Ghost said, raw, it's largely probably to just do with how you've grown up and that. And I attribute that to it as well. But if I'm honest, from about 12, my dad wasn't too in the picture like that. And by the time I got to 16, 17, I was kind of doing my own thing, bruv. Like I've never, you know what I mean? I don't really ask my mum for money and that. I pay for my own clothes. Obviously I didn't have my own yard and that them times. But what I'm saying is, I've lived on my own decisions for a very long time. A man's still out here, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
I remember you made the decision to stop going. that one was a bit mad still. But you get it. It was still your own decision, you get it.
Bruv, you have to... Anyway, look, all I'm trying to say...
Even though I still don't agree with that, but every man each their own.
Sorry, can we actually talk about this on the pod, or...
I don't want to say it just because of you.
What? I cut it out if anything.
Oh no! When you made the decision to stop going to church,
but this is what I'm saying, and I still never left the core principles. If you deep it, I may not pray every day, but I don't disrespect God in that. And I respect other people's beliefs. However, the core principles of what...
You've got much better at it still.
The core principles of what a Christian would be in that, they're still with me. The things that you believe, you know, nuclear family and all the rest of it, and spare the rod, spoil the child, all these little bits and bobs, I take all of them things with me because that's how man grow. That's all man know. Do you get what I'm saying? But
that's what you was taught from young.
Do you get it? So yeah, I don't know. Even that as well. I forgot where I heard it. It was definitely another pod though, and they were talking about how like the fact that man grew up in church is why, aside from my parents, is why man's got so much manners. Man learn to just when you're around certain elders and that, who's asked you to talk, bro?
Do you get
what I'm saying? Like certain big women are speaking. Like relax your mouth and that. Like, excuse me. You know what I mean? Like certain basic things, bro.
Giving everything with your right hand.
I mean, I can't lie. I don't really do that, and
No,
I know
that was more of a Nigerian thing. Still,
and I've heard about it. And I thought, right, that's crazy. But nah, because
my dad used to be left-handed, bro. He's right-handed, bro.
Is he? Because Tyson Fury spoke about this. Because with the gypsy thing, they're a bit funny with that as well. So is your dad? Is it ambidextrous? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
So is he just literally both-handed?
I don't know if he can still write with his left. They beat the left out of him, bro.
Whoa.
Well,
that's deep.
Yeah, man.
Generational trauma in that.
Well, yeah, man. Nah, but still.
Oh, man. Anyway, let's move on. I got to ask, I asked my girl, as a black woman, do you feel like black men protect you enough? And to generalize or summarize, she basically said, not really. Now, obviously, I pointed at her brothers and her dad and her cousins and like a lot of black men in her family that I would argue do protect her and her family female members as well, yeah. But from you lot's perspective, do you feel as though black men do enough to protect women? And I don't just mean verbally, I mean like in general vibes. Like have you been in certain situations where you've seen man them step up and say, yo brother, what are you doing? Like
I do hear where George is coming from still.
So what do you think we should be doing more of to create a safer environment for black women? And this is not jokes, this is genuine questions. Like,
bro, if I could answer that, bro, I'll end the world war that's going on right now, fam. Do you get it, fam? Like,
that's a mad thing.
It's a sticky one still. It's actually a sticky one. I don't know.
You got any suggestions, any ideas? How we as black men can protect black women specifically better? Like genuinely, I'm asking you, like not bants.
I'd probably say just more like actual conversation with them, innit? And like actually ask them what they feel like they need, and try and I don't think we need to necessarily cuddle to like CODDLE. Like we don't need to like baby them. I
agree.
They're adults, innit?
I agree.
But we can have a conversation and say like, okay, cool. What is it that man can do in what spaces? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then like if it makes sense, of course we try to do that. That's
what I was gonna say.
That's family.
Man tried to hijack Benga's answer. Go on.
Wow.
Shout out Idris Elba. Go on.
No, but that's what I was gonna say. I feel like, well, me personally, I only like you said, gender aside, I only defend people when I feel like it makes sense to defend them. You get it? Like, going back to what you said, if you're on the wrong, I'm not gonna go out of my way and defend you when man's got a brick in the face in his hand. You get it, but
getting bricked is actually mad, you know. It's actually
I don't know how you don't bleed from getting bricked.
Well, if you didn't, you don't bleed if you didn't get bricked. That's how it works. But I asked that, and I have one solution, one foolproof solution, And I'm using my missus' family as an example of why I know this works. Family. Obviously, not everyone has brothers. I get that. And not everyone even has family. How about that? Let's go with that. However, I think we can be on camera and say, you see me as your brother, I see you as my brother, so you're my extended family, yeah? My opinion, man them need to seek to create families. What I mean by that is, obviously, there's a lot of man them that you've had kids and the baby moms, and then you get another one, and you get mix and blend and tropical Fanta fruit twist and all the rest of it, yeah? For you guys, a little bit late, but still be in the kids' lives. I'm talking about us lot, the younger gen that maybe don't have kids and whatever, and we do have female friends and colleagues or whatever, yeah. We need to adopt them, obviously, if they're decent peoples. Cause man's not calling certain sketel gal my family and that, but we need to adopt people as family and see them as family. Like if you're rolling with someone every single other day and you chat to them and that, that's your sis, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Or that's your cousin or whatever. That's how I look at it personally. So if I was out with any of my extended family and their ladies or whatever, bruv, you're under my protection because I'm a man.
Facts.
Do you get what I'm saying? But we have to make the differentiation. If you're on an Egypt thing, you're moving like a true Jezzy in that. You're moving very loose, or you went up and started trouble with a group of youths that really could step on you and all. Me personally, I ain't signing up to back that. I'm not doing it. Have you ever been offered out by a woman before? Doesn't matter about the race. The race is irrelevant.
I remember when you got offered out.
All right, cool. So, see, the thing is, yeah, what I wonder sometimes, yeah, is when ladies...
Gonna respect my gangster, they could never offer me out. Go on.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, obviously you clearly lost your mind if you decided to do that. But anyway, sometimes I wonder, like, do these ladies that offer guys out, because this is just a shop. There's been bare examples. I've seen numerous podcasts, bare different things where a gal will just start talking mad, moving very aggressive, proper like boys just start talking about like, raw, come outside and all this stuff. Bro, who you calling bro? All of them type of things, yeah. And I wonder to myself, like, is it going to be the same vibe of when that you gets up and says, well, we're equal, right? Because you guys ask for equality, right? Am I wrong? I'm asking questions here. If I'm wrong, you lot can stop me, you know. I know I'm going off on one, but I'm just asking. All right, cool. But last I checked, people was asking for equality. So if you want equality, you either equally keep your hands to yourself, or you equally throw a hand and you get a one thump in your mouth. Now, me personally, again, I will never let no gal, no man, no whoever trick me out my position. I will defend myself, but I'm not gonna just be I've had it, brother. Girls outside the club, and I don't know if I spoke about this pod. I was outside the club, girls come up. I think she was off coke or something. Started moving mad. Tried to touch me. I just went like that. Like, what are you doing? That was weird. Anyway, carried on with life.
I think you in the earlier.
In the earlier stages.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, my girl and her cousins and other people just somehow she was getting stamped out, you know, and that's South London for you. But the point I'm trying to make is,
Okay.
My advice to my future daughter and any of my female family members is you have to always remember most men are stronger than you. So for that reason, prevention is better than cure. Try, if possible, to not put yourself in a situation where a man feels like he needs to strike you. Do you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I understand domestic abuse is a real thing. I understand that there's weirdos, and I also understand that, again, the guy in the shop did not need to be putting his hands on that woman like that. As I said, me personally, I would have
also
just let her out the shop.
Also, if you hit someone first, don't be confused when they hit you back.
But
just don't be confused.
He's crazy! What? Big man like you! That's the thing that gets me, you know. Big man like you! How are you gonna hit a little girl? You're a man! So, was he not a man when you hit him in the first place? Was he not a man when he stopped hitting you and then you repeatedly tried to keep hitting that guy? I'm not talking about the shop, I'm talking about general situations.
Literally.
Like, honestly, I don't know, bruv. I just don't know. What do I see happening? I don't see that shop opening back again. He's probably going to move. Probably sell up and just move back to wherever country he's from. And do I see multiple black hair shops popping up? No, I don't. I see one or two, and see one of the two getting supported. Shout out Swiss Black Pound Day. That's a thing a lot of people don't know about.
Shout out Plant Base as well.
Shout out Plant Base. You know, I was going to use that actually.
Someone's using it and it's done wonders for them.
Yeah?
Still. See?
What do you use it for? See what I'm saying? I use that for the.
I might
patch,
need that as well.
yeah.
Still.
Shout out Plant Base. I mean,
Shout
while
out
we're on
Plant-Based, man.
the thing of shouting out people that we're not sponsored by, but hopefully we're sponsored by one day. Shout out 90s Baby for doing their show in the upcoming weeks, I think. And also shout out No Behaviour for their show that's just gone. Why am I shouting out these pods? Because they're in the eco space. They're the biggest pods in our space. And hopefully we can emulate what they do.
Shout out 90s Babies, man. Big man thing.
Come on, man. But yeah, man. To be honest, I've had a bit of a rant today. I think I'm allowed to do that on my podcast, more to the Endz podcast, where I bring issues that is not just about the Endz, but includes the Endz. If you think I was chatting shit this pod, feel free to comment, message me. You know what I mean? Send me messages on Instagram. You know, as I said, if more context gets released and the lady that was involved gets to do an interview and stuff, I'll obviously post an update and say, "Raw, a lot of my views was bollocks." But I did also say I don't believe that she deserved to get choked or manhandled like that. If I was that guy, I would have just said, "Fuck it, it's 100 quid or whatever, charge it." You know what I mean? Me personally. But I also understand if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Prizes. Yeah.
Prices?
Prizes. The prize is always right. What's his name? Bruce Forsyth and that. He was a G, you know. Man was like 90-year-old and had like a 45-year-old Venezuelan supermodel or something. He's wavy, fam.
Is he really? Sweet.
How's that not wavy? You don't think that's wavy? You don't think that's wavy?
Bit weird. But
How is that weird for a 90-year-old man that's a celebrity to have a 45-year-old woman?
hey, whatever floats his
It would
boat,
be weird
man.
if she was...
Whatever floats his boat,
Anyway,
man.
never mind. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's one of those pods today, man. What do you think the pod will be called? What do you think this episode will be called? I said I hate black women. Ooh. But see,
Question mark.
Yeah, before we go, even that's something, again, I have to touch on. That's something that I've noticed a lot of people do. They use black women as a vehicle to gain traction and stuff for their pod and their entertainment and comedy. I've never done that, bro. At least I don't think so. Do you know what I mean? I'll speak on certain topics, but I don't predominantly just come here every week and say, yeah, here's another black woman that's done something. Nah, bro, that's not what man's platform is about. It's just not what we do, innit? But I wouldn't name it I hate black women. I might name it I hate black people. Not all, but most.
I've got a few things to get off my chest.
Huh?
I've got a few things to get off my chest.
You?
No, the name of the pod, bro.
I got a few. That's a bit of a long title, though, don't you think?
Sorry. Bring on the hate, man.
Nah, I'm joking, but yeah, man. That's another one under the bag, under the belt. What we got? 73, you know. Episode 72, I think. Yeah, bruv. Proud of that still.
Yes. 72 still.
We're gone.
Whoosh.
I never got put on a grind for a stack, did that on my own.